Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today I thought I'd talk about minimalism and home decorating. So no, I'm not a minimalist. I am definitely an inspiring minimalist because I love the values of minimalism. So it's more about owning less and being able to have that time to spend doing the quality things that you want to do rather than letting the objects in your home own you. So that's what I thought I'd share with you today, is just sort of how I've decorated my home and what I've decorated with, and how you can still decorate your house and have a nice looking home but not let those items and objects and things that you own own you. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and of course if you do, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and of course turn on the notification bells, and let's jump into today's video. Okay, so one of the items that I love to decorate my house with is furniture, and furniture can be such a beautiful statement piece, like this vintage chair that I got. I also use this as a reading chair. Then I've got my mirrored furniture in my bedroom, which is great for reflecting light and making my small room look bigger. I also do have a little console, like hall table, in the entry room, which is great for putting in all the bits and pieces from my handbag. And it also serves as a great drop and go station for mail and stuff like that. Okay, so let's talk practical decor items, and one of the items that I do like to decorate with is tissue boxes, and that is because the store-bought ones don't look very nice, so I always like to buy my own covers that match in with my home aesthetic. You can also make your own fairly easily using some MDF molds that you can get from Spotlight, just like I've done with this one. I love using baskets throughout my home, and this is because I can hide lots of stuff in baskets. I hide all my shoes in baskets, which I don't really recommend unless you want your shoes crushed. And then I also have my toys in them, but people also use them for blankets and stuff like that. So many uses for a great basket. Moving on into the bathroom area, this is where so much practicality is put into place, but it is like nicely decorated, I believe anyway. And I've been really intentional when I was renovating the house to add elements into the house that look nice and stylish, and I don't really have to do much because, you know, I've got some beautiful feature tiles. So I'm going to say welcome to my jungle. So plants are great to style with because they actually serve more than just a function of obviously being a plant. Plants are known to be really good at purifying the air as well. So if you have some smelly feet in your house or anything like that, then these are absolutely perfect to style your home with and serve that practical purpose in your home. Okay, so my practical items that I really style with in here as well is your candles. We use these at night time to have like candlelit baths. Pretty much every night we'll use these when we're showering, and it really does help boost melatonin. So if you do have like a little kid or something like that and you're finding them hard to get to sleep, then, you know, by giving them a bath and giving them a candlelight bath or something with dimmed lighting is a great way to help boost melatonin. So this is a very practical element, and they also smell really good. The other things that I have used in here is I've been very intentional on the soap dispenser, making sure that it matches in with the decor, and also I've got everything in glass jars. And yes, I purposely buy white bath bombs because they look much nicer when they're out in the glass jar. I know it's a little over the top. And then I've got the cotton buds there, got the Q-tips. And then the other thing that I have done is I've just removed that visual clutter by purchasing some of these bottles. These are from Pretty Little Designs. You know, you think it might take a lot of time to maintain and do stuff like this, but honestly, I just use like a Kmart funnel and I just stick the shampoo bottle in, and then other times I take it to the source, which is like a Whole Foods shop here where I live, and you can actually buy them straight from the like tap and put it straight into here. So it's really good for zero waste as well. Vases are another thing that is super practical that you can use, and you can obviously put in fake or dry flowers in them while you haven't got fresh flowers, and then obviously when you got fresh flowers you can use them. So they're great to stand alone and also great to pair up with some flowers. Something that I don't have in my home, which I think is a great idea, are these decorative ladders. So these are great again for storing blankets, but also good for using as like a towel rack or something like that. I love to decorate with clothing racks because not only is it great for the extra storage if you need extra storage, but it's also really good at displaying all those beautiful items, so you can really appreciate what you've got, and it's a free way of styling with something that you already own. Shelves are another one that I love to decorate with because of its functionality, and you can use for many different things, for storage and also for home decor. So I absolutely love to decorate with shelves. Hooks are another thing that I love to decorate with, again the practical element, and for me it's more of an organisation purpose that I use them for. I also do use them on the insides of a lot of my cupboards because I do have a very small space in my house to work with. Okay, moving off into the home office / craft room area. Now this room doesn't always look like this because my daughter absolutely loves to craft. So yes, this was our toy room, but now it's turned into craft room. So I really wanted to share with you in here was basically the feature wall, and that's because this is such a cheap and easy thing for you guys to be able to do at home. This was literally just like normal house paint, where the paint in Talia's room was like that metallic paint that costs a lot of money. So you could, you know, get some sample paints, or you could even mix some of the paints that you may have at home in your garage to create the color that you like to, you know, get the look that you want. And this is a really great way of decorating a space that's not going to take a lot of maintenance to upkeep. Now that my daughter's not here, I can share with you this part of the house because she has the TV going and everything. So anyway, so pretty much I've decorated this room different to how a lot of people actually do things, and I see a lot of people using like their powders, washing powders and fabric softeners and that, and they put them in nice bottles and have them out, and that's what I used to do, but I was just finding that it just always looked messy how I had it, and I just never had it exactly how I wanted it, so I ended up removing that. But my cupboard where I keep everything is really close, so it hasn't, you know, taken away from any of the functionality. So this is what I've actually swapped it with, which is totally not minimalistic whatsoever, but I can definitely put a real plant in this one day and I can reuse the tray. But yeah, I just wanted something that looked nice that was sitting out. But what I have done in here is I've actually used this space up here for what I did need extra room for. So I did need extra room for cleaning products rather than like, you know, dish detergents and stuff like that. So that is just what I've done in here, and it works so much better for me. So if you do want to see exactly how I've organised in here and how it all come together, I did do a video on this, so I'll leave that in the description box for you guys to enjoy. Okay, for the not so practical things that I like to decorate with in my home is big, large statement pieces of like mirrors or artwork, and that is because they really do reflect your personality, but also they are super easy and simple to clean and maintain. And that for me is a big winner in my books, because obviously, you know, wanting to get into that more of a minimalistic lifestyle means that I want to be able to clean less. So that is exactly why I like to use big statement pieces like this that are very easy for me to clean and upkeep. Another artwork that I love to style with is great big wall stickers like this, and that is because they give a really huge wow factor, but they can be cleaned so easy just with this spring cleaning. When you're cleaning your walls, you just give it a quick wipe over, and these do not damage the wall whatsoever, and I could take these from property to property. Bedding is one of those things that I believe that you should, you know, take a bit of time in choosing and, you know, spend some good money on, because it is the focal point of your bedroom. That is the main thing that everyone looks at, so it should be the wow factor. So one of the tricks that you will notice that they do, think Adair's, go in there and have a look, and you'll notice that they will like use a throw rug on the bed, and they will choose all those colours to use with the accent pillows and sheets and all that sort of thing. So that is just a little tip for you, is just pick a throw or cushion and just use the colours from that when styling your bedding. Okay, next of all is the kitchen zone. So I haven't actually done anything with this in years. I know, that's so bad. I have organised everything. I've always had this area organised long before this channel, and it's honestly saved me, and I feel like that sort of pushed me more to organise the rest of the house because I saw how well it worked. But as far as like decor and things that I have out on the benches, it's been like this for absolute years, and it probably does need to be changed up. So I have these canisters, so for tea, coffee and sugar. These here obviously have zero function whatsoever, and that's what I mean. Like, I don't use any of this. I will not lie, I don't use any of it, even when guests come around. I do need to redo this area, and I wouldn't mind putting like a nice chopping board and platters and stuff that I can use when guests come, because I don't have any room in like my cupboards down here to put any of that stuff in. So that would be a nice way to display it. But I'm finding too that when I did have things out in here, because I used to have like my utensils before I moved them into this area, it just always got oily all the time, and that's why I sort of took it away and just moved it into the cupboard there, because it was just as easy to access it. So in here I have just a little canister, and I've just got in things like my markers and stuff like that. So there's a pencil, and then there's like, you know, chalkboard markers, labels and stuff for when I do food prep. So everything is out in here, and it's easy to be accessed. I just have my fruit bowl, which is an urn that I got from Spotlight ages ago. So you don't have to go around using generic food bowls, as long as it's something that you think is going to be safe for your food to go in. And this is for fruit, so I wash it or I take the skins off, so it doesn't really matter. So that's just another thing. On the kitchen table, we're pretty just plain Jane here, and again, I've had this for years. I've actually glued everything down to this platter, so I can't even change it, and that's because I did have one of these and I absolutely loved it, and my cats go crazy at night time and run around, and yeah, they broke it, so I decided to glue everything down, and that's just what I've done. And it has no purpose. Like, you could put some really nice salt and pepper shakers on a tray with some fresh flowers, and that would be far more practical, but yeah, that's just how I did it at the time. So it can be really hard to decorate with pets, and I think you need to really invest in what fabrics to use if you are going to be putting cushions out and you are going to be putting rugs out, because you don't want to be wasting all your time on the weekends you know, maintaining these things if you don't have to. So I've literally just removed all mine, and you can see what it looks like. It is very plain Jane, but for me at the moment, this is what works. So yeah, this is my living area, and I have a glass table over here. And the reason why I've used a glass table is basically because it's such a small area, and if you do use something that's too solid, it looks like it's just heaps of clutter. And yeah, this is just what my couch looks like without cushions. It's very plain Jane. I do have a couple in the cupboard that I put out when we're watching movies and stuff, but other than that, it pretty much just stays like this. And then over here is where I store all my kids' toys. There's normally a big vase there. So again, you can store things that are out here that, you know, you'd once put in a cupboard. If you buy something nice, you can leave it on display, and then when you need to use it, you can use it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've done here. And I've got a couple of photos, obviously sentimental, and then the tissue box, and the rest of these bits up here are pretty much, you know, they're just for decorative purposes. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've all enjoyed today's video, and I hope it's given you some ideas of how you can spend your money more intentionally when you're thinking about decorating for your home, and how you can really decorate using things that are really practical and functional in your home when you are decorating. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you do want to see more from me, I do have a Facebook and an Instagram page where you can also catch me on throughout the week. And I will catch up with you guys next week for a new video. I'll see you then. Bye.